Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Julie. Let me introduce you. Julie Mitchell, the Executive Director of Kuikahi Mediation Center in Hilo. And nice to meet you to begin with. And thank you for being available for this interview. Julie, what about if you tell us briefly about the mission of your mediation center and the history?
Okay. Kuikahi Mediation Center was founded in 1983 as a program of the YMCA. And then in December of 2005, we branched off and became our own independent nonprofit mediation center. And we are one of 5 nonprofit community mediation centers in the state. We serve East Hawaii. And then there are other centers serving West Hawaii, Oahu, Maui, and Kauai. Our mission is to provide a safe environment, an impartial process, and skilled trained personnel for the delivery of affordable dispute prevention and resolution services in the East Hawaii community.
I get it. Okay. So specifically, what kind of mediation services you provide and to whom?
Okay, so we provide mediation services in pretty much any realm. We, of course, take cases that are coming from court. So we handle cases from district court, such as consumer merchant, landlord-tenant, small claims, temporary restraining orders. In family court, we handle divorce and property settlements, as well as child custody and visitation arrangements. And we also handle civil rights mediations, usually referred from the Hawaii Civil Rights Commission or the EEOC. We also handle workplace or business type disputes, co-workers, as well as, supervisor-supervisee mediations. We deal with foreclosures and real estate disputes.
Right.
Yes, we're actually part of the Foreclosure Mediation Pilot Project, which is a Hawaii Supreme Court ordered project in the county of Hawaii. So Kuikahi Mediation Center, as well as West Hawaii Mediation Center, we are handling judicial foreclosures in the Third Circuit.
So you can mediate all kinds of cases.
Yes, we can mediate all kinds of cases, and we do.
How do you do that? Do you have volunteer mediators like many other community mediation centers?
Yes, we do. All of our mediators are professionally trained volunteers. They go through a basic mediation training, which is 28 hours, and then they commit to being an apprentice, and they go through an apprenticeship program, which requires them to do 12 mediations within a 12-year period, not 12-year, 12-month period.
Sure.
As a co-mediator with a mentor mediator to get on-the-job training, and then if they're successful in that, then they become a full-fledged mediator. We generally use a co-mediator model, so there's 2 mediators in the room. When we do on-site mediations at the court, at district court, there's usually only 1 mediator there. In general, though, we use the 2 mediator model, and then the mediators get continuing, education by taking advanced trainings or specialized trainings, for example, in helping couples who are separating, or specialized training in civil rights issues or in foreclosures, so that they have a little more expertise when they're handling some of these specialty, complicated mediations.
And your volunteer mediators are primarily attorneys, or they come from all walks of life?
They absolutely come from all walks of life and different backgrounds. We do have attorneys. We also have educators. We have retirees. We have business owners. We have realtors. We have counselors, mental health professionals. Really quite a diverse group of folks. Yeah.
So there must be well motivated then, because most of volunteer mediators
Yeah,
love what
yes.
they do. So,
Absolutely. I consider our mediators our most valuable
right,
resource.
right.
They want to give back to the community. They donate huge swaths of their time to do, a fairly difficult thing, which is to help people resolve their disputes. And sometimes the mediations can take place in one session. Other times we have to have three, four, even five sessions to
So,
successfully, resolve something or get out all the issues and, come up with an interim agreement and then a final agreement, especially when we're dealing with, some of the family issues like divorce or when there's kids involved. And so our mediators, they're fantastic. I mean, they
so,
are extremely committed to what they're doing. They're committed to um, continuing to educate themselves and become better mediators. And we couldn't do it without them.
so, so. Julie, what about your mediation fees? Are they fixed, or they depend on people's income?
They're extremely affordable. They're based on a sliding fee schedule. All of the nonprofit community mediation centers in the state have a sliding fee scale,
Mm,
and so it's based on income. It's extremely reasonable, and no one is ever turned away for lack of funds.
sure, sure. So they are affordable to most, if not all, people. Then,
They're affordable to everyone
yeah,
because
sure,
if somebody really can't give anything, we still will provide them with services.
sure. Now, besides training people who are interested to become volunteer mediators, do you also provide the training to the community at large?
Well, our basic mediation training, which we do once a year, usually in the fall, is open to anybody. Of
Right.
course, people who take that often are interested in apprenticing to become a mediator, but other people take that training because their employer has sent them for staff development, because
Oh, I
maybe
see.
they're in a field where there's a lot of conflict. For example, we've had real estate agents who work with community associations in our mediation training. We've had uh, social service workers who work in residential homes come take our training. And then people who are just interested in learning a little bit more about it, and they might want to apply it to their personal lives or their professional lives, and it's not necessarily that they're coming to become an apprentice. Now, of course, there's others who are absolutely sort of their vision is toward um, I am interested in becoming a mediator, and I want
Mm,
to I want to take this training to see if it's something I'd be good at. And then we have other, trainings, as I mentioned, to develop those who have already become mediators to get advanced skills. So we'll do some in-house trainings for our mediators, throughout the year, so that they can specialize or get more training, so that they can, better serve our
sure, sure.
clients.
So the people who attend your training are not only people who are interested to become mediators, but also people who are interested just to learn conflict resolution skills
Absolutely.
for their professional or private life.
Absolutely. Or maybe there's an attorney who wants to help just get some more skills for their toolbox, or somebody who works in the schools who deals with not only children all day, but inner office politics. So I think these skills can serve anybody. I mean, obviously in that training we are teaching a specific model,
Hmm.
a specific process, which is what we use at the community mediation centers in the state. But certainly those skills, the practice can be taken beyond that.
Sure. So those are really skills that anybody can apply, at home or at work, not necessarily uh, just for people who are interested for becoming volunteer mediators. Then,
Right. I mean, everybody can use
everybody can use them. Yeah.
active listening, um,
Right.
how to make open-ended rather than closed-ended questions, um, how to summarize what somebody said,
Sure.
really listening, how to reframe things to take the energy level from very high and aggravated to a little calmer and more able to move forward. So I think these skills are useful to really anybody
Sure.
who's interested in communication.
Yeah, and communication and conflict resolution, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And right. And conflict is a part of life. It
Exactly.
happens at every level. It happens, you know, from your relationship with your significant other, your larger family, the workplace, the world. I mean, we see it happening everywhere all the time. I think that gaining the kinds of skills that mediators have would benefit just about anybody.
Sure. Now, Julie, if somebody wants to get in touch with your mediation center, how can they do that?
It's very simple. We have a website, which is hawaiimediation.org, or they can give us a call at 808-935-7844.
Okay. And so when they call, they can learn when is the upcoming training?
Yeah, they can learn when the upcoming training is. They can inquire about mediation services, what we offer. We also are available to do facilitations of meetings, you know, from the small family meeting to board level meeting to community meetings. And we do, we have a series of community workshops where they're not trainings for mediators per se. They're more geared towards the general public. They're shorter, you know, half day or 1 day, so that people can learn, you know, a specific skill. So we had a workshop specifically on reframing. We're going to be having a workshop specifically on facilitation, or things like ho'oponopono, so that the community can, who wants to learn some of these skills outside of the mediation arena, will have an opportunity to do that and you know, sort of join in building peaceful solutions, you know, in East Hawaii or beyond.
Sure. All right. Well, it was really great talking to you, Julie, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Aloha.